Hey folks, Smitty here with you. Hope everybody's doing good. Next step in our adventure, got something here we'll show you. Trying to figure out how I'm going to resolve my camping issues in the wintertime. Besides getting an electrical site at a state park, because I'd like to get off of that. Buddy heater, definitely will never do that again for sure. So did do my research this time. This is kind of the one I settled on, was the Hcalory toolbox one, and we're going to open it up here and see what we got. Okay, out of the box, manual, muffler, all the clamps. The unit's very nice. This one has screws on it to take apart. I know in other videos they showed that these all had rivets on them, but this one does not. So I think it is the latest revision. Muffler, pipe, air vent director, tube, which isn't going to be long enough. DC connection to battery, and then also the converter from 120 to 12 volt, which will be nice because we're going to test it here, make sure it works and we understand how to use it. There is an app you can put on the phone, and plenty of videos on YouTube to show how they tested them and such, so won't need to do that, but that's going to be our next try. Talk to y'all. Okay folks, we have the Hcalory diesel heater in the toolbox. We're going to do our first test here. I'm going to run it off of a LiFePO battery. That battery is a 300 watt-hour battery. I'm going to see how long it'll last, and we're going to fire it up here in a minute and see what it does. So we'll talk to you. Okay, we got the first test going. Didn't mean to mislead you. Right now I'm using the 120 converter to do the first test on. I filled it up with half a tank of diesel fuel. If you can hear the ticking, it's blowing out some nice hot air. Got my garage door down, but if you see, there ain't a lot of exhaust, or don't see any. Wish that was flipped the other way around so you could see it, but if you come around this way, you'll see there's the control panel. Have the temp set at 64 degrees. Very user friendly. I downloaded the app onto my phone, which really makes it easy to control it with the app. And it also has a little remote control with an on, off, and temperature up and down. Going to let it run for a little bit, and we'll get back to you. Okay folks, first test is done. It's powering off. It goes through a cool down mode before it'll shut off, so don't disconnect the power till then. Going to disconnect the 120 and hook it up to my battery and run it off of the 12 volt. See how it does, but it ran for 45 minutes and put out a lot of heat, so not disappointed. The clicking might bother some people, but it didn't seem to be too bad for me. Talk to you in a minute. Okay folks, next test. Got the LiFePO lithium battery hooked up to it, 300 watt-hour. We have 95% on it, so we're going to turn this on and see what happens with that battery. We have it on setting H1 for the fan, and we have it set at 64 degrees for the temperature, and we're going to see how much that pulls down that battery. Cheating a little bit because the glow plug was actually already warmed up from running it a minute ago. I'll keep track of it for you and we'll get back to you. Catch back up with you. The fan mode ramped up to 5, if you can hear the pump ticking away there. So we're in heating mode, and now the battery shows that it's 84%. So it dropped down to 70%, but then after it got out of that initial heat mode, it kicked back up to 84%. So I'm going to let this run for 30 minutes, kind of see what kind of impact we have here. So you see the fan is on 5, and we're already blowing hot air. So we'll fall back to you here in a minute. Okay, we've been running it on medium fan speed. Again, the temp is still 64 degrees set point, and we are now at 86% on the battery. So if my calculations are correct with all of this, hooking that battery up on a full charge should run us, and it should be 13.2 volt now, 86%. So on a full charge, start up everything, that should run for 12 hours. That's what I'm hoping to get out of it. Talk to you. Okay, folks. We're going to give this a try outside. Battery is at 100%. If you can see that, we got the unit ready to turn on. Have a flex hose running up into the tent. So we got the tent set up. Got a thermometer inside there. I'm going to fire it up, let it heat up. We'll let it run for about 30 minutes and we'll see what it does in there, what it feels like. So this again, just kind of a test to see how well it's going to work. Get back to you here in a minute. The unit is activated, so let's wake it up. So it should be coming on here in a second, hopefully. Stand by. Okay, it's starting its, and now we're going to watch the draw here. Started at 100%. We have the fan set on medium. The temp is still at 64. I'm going to watch this battery here. It's rated a 300 watt hour, 25 amp. There goes the pump. Exhaust stinks for a minute. Don't see none coming out though. I guess sure you can smell it though. So we're 72%. They are starting to heat. And now that the glow plug is off, the battery is coming up. I'm going to close that door and give it 30 minutes. Talk to you. Okay, folks, the at-home test is done. Tent's packed up. Everything worked pretty good. It got up to about 75 degrees in that little tent in about 10-15 minutes. This battery worked great. It started it up, it shut it down, it ran it for 30 minutes. We're at 95%. So I'm gonna be ready for a field test. So thanks for coming along, and we'll talk to you later.